Hello my fellow scratchers. In a small video we are going to learn about one of the most commonly used block, how we can use the weight blocks in different scenarios with simple examples which will make you understand it well. So let's start with the weight block. So first, what is a weight block? Weight block is a control block. It pauses a script for a specified amount of seconds. The weight can also be a decimal number. So, in other words, we can say that it is used whenever a sprite must wait for another action. Now let's make some simple example. So, first go to the events category and drag the when green flag clicked block into the scripting area. Now go to the looks category and drag the hide block here. So when we click the green flag, it will hide the sprite. Now drag this wait seconds block here and set the value to 1. Now drag the show block beneath the wait block. Now before running our program, let me explain how this works. Click the green flag. It will first hide the sprite and then it will wait for 1 second and then it will show our sprite. Now let's run our program. As you can see guys, the sprite hides for 1 second and then shows. Now let's increase the weight value to, let's say, 3. As you can see guys, the sprite hides for 3 seconds and then it shows. Then it appears back. Now let me show you another example of wait seconds block. So we will delete everything beneath the when green flag clicked block. Now go to the variables category and rename the my variable to counter. And we will initially set the counter variable to 0. Now go to the control categories and drag the forever loop here. Now go to the variables category and drag the change counter variable inside the forever loop. Now go to the control categories and drag the wait seconds block here. Now before running a program, let me explain how this works. So when we click the green flag, first it will set the counter variable to 0, then it will trigger this forever loop and then it will wait for 1 second and it will change the counter variable by 1 and this section will repeat forever. Now go to the variables category and check this box so that our variable displays here. Now select the counter variable to large readout and drag it here. Now let's run our program. As you can see, when I click the green flag, the counter variable is changing and it keeps on changing forever. Now let's look at the second example. In this example, we will just drag the wait block beneath the change counter block and set the wait block value to 0.1. So after 1 millisecond, the counter variable will change. As you can see guys, after 1 millisecond, the counter variable changes. Now, I want that when I click the space key, it will change the counter slowly, and when I do not press the space key, it will change the counter variable faster. So to do that, we will go to the sensing category and drag the key pressed block inside the wait. Now I will just select the space key. So when we press the space key, the value will be 1 So it will wait for 1 second. And when I do not press the space key, the value will be set to 0. Then it will wait for 0 seconds. Now the program. As you can see guys, when I do not press the space key, the counter variable changes faster. And when I press the space key, the counter variable changes slower. Now let's have a look at the wait until block. The wait until block is a control block and it pauses the script until the specified condition becomes true. Now let's make some simple examples. So we will just replace the wait second block with the wait until block. So this means it will wait until I press the space key. Now let's run our program. As you can see guys, when I do not press the space key, the counter does not change. And when I press the space key, the counter changes. Now let's look at the second example of the wait until block. So just drag this key space pressed condition somewhere else in the scripting area and go to the operators category and drag the not condition block here. Now inside the not condition, we will drag this key space pressed block. Now let's run our program. As you can see, I am not pressing the space key, the counter changes. But when I press the space key, the counter variable does not change. Now let's have a look at another example. So delete the set counter to block. Now also delete this wait until block. Now go to the variables category and hide the variable counter. Now go to the control category and drag the wait until block inside the forever loop. Now go to the operators category and drag this greater sign here. Now in this space we will set the value 0 and here we will set the X position reporter block. Now go to the looks category and drag the change effect by block here and select the option color and we will change it by 10. Now go to the sensing categories and drag the set drag mode to block here. And we will set the drag mode to draggable. Before running a program, let me explain how this works. So when we click the green flag, it will set the drag mode of the sprite to draggable. So this means we can drag the sprite anywhere we want. Then it will trigger this forever loop. And inside the forever loop, it will wait until the X position of the sprite is greater than 0. And if it's greater than 0, it will change its color effect by positive 10. Now let's run our program. As you can see guys, the X position of the sprite is equals to or less than 0, so that is why it is not changing its color. But when I drag it here, it changes its color. And when I drag it from here, it does not change its color. So this is very cool. As always, thank you so much for watching my video. If you want to learn how to learn about Scratch control blocks, which are basically used to control the flow of your script, there are different types like if then else, wait until and repeat until. Then check out our video of Scratch control blocks part 2. The link is in the description below. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys and take care.